From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Lot lined up in the next 1 hour for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have a face-off followed by a debate. That's a new format on the debate this evening. And the talking point tonight, 2006 WikiLeaks cable exposes Sonia Gandhi's hypocrisy on Bangladesh infiltrators. Before we debate that, here's how the face-off played out in Parliament today with the NRC issue refusing to die. Mamta and the opposition on one side tonight. There they are, ready to face off with each other today on the subject of the NRC. And that's Garga Chatterjee of the TMC versus Sudhanshu Trivedi, national spokesperson of the BJP. Before that, this is how the BJP and TMC faced off in Parliament. Let's take a look.
On the debate tonight, the face-off over infiltrators. Home Minister Rajnath Singh sustaining the attack on day 5.
कम्युनल डिसहार्मनी पैदा करने की एक कोशिश है। मैं समझता हूं कि इस प्रकार का प्रयास किसी के द्वारा नहीं किया जाना चाहिए।
Communal disharmony is being spread. Yes, sir, it is being spread. By who is spreading it?
The Congress looking weaker with each passing day in Parliament.
इस समझौते को इंप्लीमेंट करने हेतु एनआरसी को अपडेट करने का निर्णय तत्कालीन प्रधानमंत्री श्री मनमोहन सिंह जी के द्वारा 2005 में राज्य सरकार और ऑल असम स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन के साथ हुई एक बैठक में लिया गया था
कि भारत की सुरक्षा, स्वतंत्रता, टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी ये बहुत अनिवार्य है। इसमें कोई कंप्रोमाइज नहीं हो सकता है। इसमें कोई कंप्रोमाइज नहीं हो सकता।
Civil war
goes like this, goes on like this. Don't you think it will create a civil war?
bloodshed.
Don't you think it will create a blood war?
Landing up in Assam. Who's stoking the infiltrator fire? Let's debate.
Starting with Garga Chatterjee, who is one of the most aggressive defenders of West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee and Sudhanshu Trivedi. Today he's taking you on. Garga, हर चीज की लिमिट होती है, ड्रामा की भी लिमिट होती है. So much drama is not good. Mamta Banerjee now says there is a super emergency in our country because your rowdy politicians were not allowed to set foot in Assam to set Assam on fire on the Bangladeshi issue. Remember one thing, Garga, Assam is a peace-loving state. Remember one more thing, Garga, the people of Assam are very happy at the thought of kicking out the illegal Bangladeshis. Don't interfere. Don't say there'll be bloodshed in Assam or blood war in Assam. There won't be. But if your politicians want to try and create the bloodbath, they will also be stopped. Garga, that's my first question opening up on this debate. Sudhanshu will respond. Debate is on. Please start. Go ahead.
So indeed, it's very peace-loving NRC, which is targeted basically against certain ethnic groups and certain communities which are as much Indian citizen as
how are Bangladeshis Indian?
Any Maharashtrian or any Bengali.
How are Bangladeshis Indian?
No, Bangladeshis are not Indian.
Then what are you fighting for?
No, you know that Bangladeshi Indian.
So Bangladeshis are not Indian. Then what's the problem?
You, when NRC was published, some people started giving sweets to each other. Who? Aurobindo Rajkhoa, Ulfa leader, is happy.
How do you know you have a photograph?
Historic.
How do you know you have a photograph? He called you. He told you. Why are you lying on television?
No.
Hey, he told you. How do you? Where's the picture?
No,
don't lie.
You are lying.
Where are the pictures? pictures. You have the picture?
You are
You have the
lying.
picture?
You are a liar.
You have the picture,
You
Aurobindo
are a liar.
Rajkua?
Goswami,
You have the
are a
pictures?
liar.
By the way,
Goswami, you are a
Aurobindo
liar.
Rajkua, Aurobindo Rajkua is not with the Ulfa, he surrendered long time back.
Google.
Aurobindo Rajkua is surrendered long time back.
No.
Paresh Borua is the Ulfa
Surrendered. He
chief.
is
You got
part
your
of
facts
Ulfa.
wrong. You got your facts
he's not
wrong.
surrendered.
Again, you got your facts wrong.
Sulfa and Ulfa talk are different organizations.
Really, Sulfa, Ulfa?
and Ulfa talk are different organizations.
Kuch bhi.
He
might be having
some
imaginary picture in his own mind.
Sarbananda Sonowal.
Arnab, on the issue of picture, he might be having some imaginary picture in the own mind, but I
Let him
want to
complete.
remind the picture of Mamata Banerjee.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Five, a very...
leader. He knows your father. He even knows your father.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Sarbananda Sonowal knows your father also. Your father knows. Ask him who Sarbananda Sonowal is. What kind
On
of
the issue of
extortionist he is.
any
He's a
so-called
racist.
picture,
Everybody knows this.
the picture might be in the imagination of TMC leaders.
Separatists.
But I want to remind TMC the very
And
well-known
in
but
Google,
uncalled
and
for
in
picture
Ulfa.
of 2005 in which the Mamata Banerjee was so much in anguish that she has thrown the file over the Speaker of the Parliament, which has never happened in the entire parliamentary history of India.
Garga Sudhanshu is speaking now, let him speak.
Supporting killers of
If you consider at all.
Come on.
Sudhanshu is speaking, Sudhanshu. Sudhanshu's turn. Sudhanshu's turn.
Come on, don't be such a liar.
Sudhanshu's turn.
That picture is well known. Now there is a total Hriday Parivartan in 13 years. The Bangladeshi infiltrators, which were a very serious problem, creating anguish in the mind of Mamata ji. And now it is creating the anguish on the reverse side. And she is thinking of the civil war. And one more thing I want to say. Who is trying to instigate civil war? Why TMC leaders have gone there? What was their objective? They should have mentioned. There was nothing on ground. There was no incidents happen in Assam. Everything was on paper. The whole NRC matter is on paper. If you want to meet people, let me complete. If you want to meet people, you could not have gone to meet 40 lakh people. If out of 40 lakh you want to meet even 400, you should have given a list to the government. Government would have allowed you to meet those people. कोई जवाब नहीं था किस लिए जा रहे हैं हंगामा खड़ा करने जा रहे हैं जवाब ही नहीं दे रहे क्यों जा रहे थे भाई
अरे you ask me
40 लाख से तो नहीं मिल सकते थे ना 40 लाख से तो नहीं मिल सकते थे अगर उसमें से 40 का मिलना था दे देते गवर्नमेंट वुड हैव अलाउड एंड brought those people to you even or you should be allowed to go there और बात हो जाती.
Okay, one question I have, please. One sec, Garga. I have a very important question for you, Garga. You know, Garga.
Yes.
You will not interrupt me when I'm speaking. Thank you. In the Lok Sabha.
You will also not interrupt while speaking. Let's do a deal, boss. Let's do a deal, boss.
Are you feeling okay?
No, the deal which you are trying to.
Are you feeling okay?
Yes, you are,
not
boss.
going to allowed or.
No, Sudhanshu, मैं deal नहीं करूँगा. सुनिए मेरी बात. 2005 Lok Sabha. Let's do a very serious debate here. Mamata Banerjee, on the 4th of August 2005, says, Mr. Speaker, sir, the infiltration from Bangladesh into Bengal has led to a disaster in Bengal. Bangladeshis have entered Bengal. I have the Bangladeshi voter list and the Indian voter list. The infiltration of Bangladeshis into Bengal is a very serious matter. They should be thrown out of Bengal. This matter must be discussed in the floor of the House. 2005. 2018, Mamata Banerjee says, how can you even say they are Bangladeshis? Each one of them is an Indian citizen. They must be allowed to vote and they must be allowed to stay, because if they do not stay, there will be a blood war, bloodshed and a civil war in India. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, ये दो कोर्ट है, मुझे तो लग रहा है कि ये दो एक ही पॉलिटिशियन के हैं कि दूसरे साइड के हैं. I can't believe it. What explains this U-turn and this hypocrisy?
Supreme Court of India. When they were questioning
No, Garga was now quiet. No, Garga, answer me. No, Garga, answer me. Garga, answer me. Why has Mamata Banerjee become U-turn Didi?
Okay. I'll get some time. Okay. Number one, you said that my claim about Alpha supporting NRC is fake. I challenge you. Call Arvind Rajkhowa right now on your program.
Again, not
Call him.
answering
He
the
lives in
question.
India.
What was
He lives
my
in Assam.
question?
If you have the guts,
What was
call him
my
right
question?
now.
My
Call him
question
right
was
now.
this.
No.
My question was what? I asked him a question about Mamta Banerjee's U-turn. He wants to talk about the Ulfa. I don't understand the link between the Ulfa and Bangladeshi infiltration. Now my question is on 2005. Mamta Banerjee's comment, and I repeat the comment once again.
You are supporting the Ulfa.
I am supporting the Ulfa.
Stance are the same.
Okay, thank you.
Your stance and Ulfa stance are the same.
Very good. Now
it shows in your face. It shows in your tie. It shows in your coat.
And you people are openly supporting Afzal Guru, Yaqub Menon, Israt Khan, Zakir Naik.
Guts, call him.
And you not doing anything and you giving a ridiculous argument.
Amazing. You're so entertaining, Garga. You're so entertaining. Now answer my question.
If you have the guts, call him.
Okay, now answer me. In 2005, Mamta Banerjee said, in 2005, Mamta Banerjee said that the infiltration of Bangladeshis into Bengal has led to disaster.
I heard the question. Let me answer you.
And there are lots and lots of Bangladeshis. They must be identified and thrown out. Otherwise, the culture of the people of Bengal will be affected. This is an emergency matter. Today, she says that it's an emergency if you don't let the Bangladeshis stay. There's something called consistency, Sudhanshu Trivedi. I don't know in this case.
No, she did not say that. She did not say that.
Should I read out for you what she said? I read out what she said.
She did not say that.
I read out what she said.
No. Yes.
Now answer me. Now answer me.
Yes.
Why did she change her position?
Please.
Don't say yes, no, yes, no. Why did she change her position?
Let me answer.
Why did she change her position?
When you say...
Because the Bangladeshis were voting for the CPM then. And the Bangladeshis will vote for the CTMC now. Are you a party for Bangladeshis or for Indians?
Let me answer. You can do your monologue other time. Let me answer now.
What did you say? What did you say?
You can do your monologue some other time. Let me answer now. That's what I said.
I don't even understand what you're saying. You know, you're entertaining, but please answer my question.
The earpiece. No. Put the earpiece little harder. You will hear it better. So here's the thing. When Mamata Banerjee said that Bangladeshi are infiltrating in West Bengal, 2005, that remains as correct and it should be identified according to existing procedures of law. But when you quoted him, when you quoted her, that Mamata Banerjee is saying Bangladeshis should stay in Assam, your quotation is libelous. You are lying. You cannot show any document. You cannot show any document. Just like you don't have the guts to...
I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a picture.
You do not have the...
I'll show you a picture. Listen. Garga,
show
listen.
me the document.
Garga,
show me the...
there's a picture.
Call Arvind Rajkhowa.
Stop shouting. This picture is of Mamta Banerjee. One minute. I repeat here. Sudhanshu, before you come in, Garga, I don't take these comments lightly. The picture on the screen, Garga, is of your leader Mamta Banerjee. Your leader Mamta Banerjee. That is Mamta Banerjee, not Arvind Rajkhowa in the picture. That is Mamta Banerjee's picture or somebody else. She has papers in her hand. She goes to the well of the house. She waves her hand and she says that there is a very serious problem with Bangladeshi infiltration. Is that Mamta Banerjee or somebody else?
Don't run away from my question. You basically said I was lying. Don't run away from my question. Call Arvind Rajkhowa if you have the guts. Call Arvind Rajkhowa if you have one drop of Assamese blood in your body. Call him right now. He lives in India. He lives in Assam. Call him. You must have his number. Call him right now.
Listen.
You have many rupees.
Garga, listen.
You have money
Garga, listen.
Call him.
Garga, listen.
If your Republic TV people
Garga, listen. No. I want to just tell you this. One minute. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
People who have done massacres of Indian citizens have supported.
मैं बोलता हूँ no सुधांशु त्रिवेदी मैं बोलूंगा इन्होंने कुछ पर्सनल बातें कही हैं मैं कहता हूँ इनको मैं गुवाहाटी से हूँ मैं भारतीय हूँ
You have Assamese blood in your body. You claim that. You said that I am Assamese. I am Assamese.
Yes, I am
You said that many times in your program.
Yes, I am. I'm very happy to be Assamese. Is it a crime to be Assamese?
Shame on you.
Is it a crime to be Assamese?
And if you are Assamese, prove that by showing that. No, of course not.
Is it a crime to be Assamese?
And if you have
I'm very happy to be Assamese, but I'm Indian.
Have a gut to call Arvind Rajkhowa. Everybody should be happy. Of course
Garga, you are making. Garga, listen. Garga, I am very happy to be Assamese. I have no confusion over my identity. No. 1 second. Now, have you stopped shouting? Have you stopped shouting? Have you stopped shouting? Have you stopped shouting?
You basically called me a liar.
Have you stopped shouting?
Let me expose your lie.
Have you stopped shouting?
Of course, you are shouting all the time.
Have you stopped shouting?
I love shouting on your channel because that's the way your TRP will go up. Your business will go up. I am helping you, man. I am putting money in your pocket. Why are you shouting back at me? Don't stop.
Has he stopped shouting? Viewers, okay, Garga, relax. You are losing your, you must not lose your composure. I'll just reply to you.
This because if you see more,
no, I'll reply to him when he finishes being hysterical.
Onward Goswami will make more money.
Okay. Now you finished, no? Okay. Well, Sudhanshu Trivedi, I'll reply to this, please. First point. I'm very proud. No, Sudhanshu Trivedi, मुझे बोलने दीजिए, please, क्योंकि ये सब कुछ बातें इन्होंने कही है. मैं पहली बात कहूंगा. I'll reply to you. No, Garga, don't overdo it. No. Point number 1, I am Assamese.
Decide.
Don't interrupt me. I am Assamese, very proud to be Assamese. Secondly, I was born in Guwahati. I hold an Indian passport. I have an Indian passport. Point number 2. Every Assamese is Indian, every Bengali is Indian. Unfortunately, bitter, frustrated people like you don't understand that Bengalis and Assamese are both Indian. Point number 3, bitter and frustrated people like you won't understand that when Bhupen Hazarika sings Ganga Behti Ho Kyun, right? Then he's not singing it as an Assamese or as a Bengali. It is people like you only survive. Frustrated and desperate people like you survive by saying Assamese should hurt Bengali, Bengali should hurt Assamese. I know more about Bengal than you, mister. I worked in Bengal. I have family in Calcutta. I have family in Assam. We don't work on dividing India. I am proud to say I speak Assamese and I speak Bengali. And I'll send you a copy. I'll send you a copy because you are an intellectual dwarf. I'll send you a copy of a book written by my grandfather, Gauri Shankar Bhattacharya. And that book is translated both in Assamese and Bengali. My grandfather wrote a book. And the name of the book is Assam, an Epitome of India. I'll send it to you. आप ये छोटी राजनीति करना बंद कीजिए. अभी आप serious debate पे आइए. Don't do this small number with me. Don't do this petty conversation with me.
On the issue of Assam and Assami identity, I want to
Assamese, Bengali. I'm proud to have family in both Calcutta and Assam. You have a problem?
Assamese, Bengali.
I have family in Calcutta and Assam. You have a problem? You narrow-minded man.
You are defending a racist.
One of the earliest
racist. Who's a racist?
You are defending Sarbanam Sonowal. He's a racist.
Then the entire foreign invaders who had tried to conquer India, Assam was one of the regions which was never conquered by foreign ruler. Greek, Hun, Shak, Yavan आए, मुगल आए, तुर्क आए, कोई कब्जा नहीं कर पाया आसाम पे, मगर अफसोस आपकी इस वोट बैंक की पॉलिटिक्स ने आजादी के बाद उस आसाम को लाचार कर दिया. This was the Assamese identity. Britishers for समुद्रगुप्त की प्रयाग प्रशस्ति में जो
Garga, you feeling okay?
उसमें उल्लेख है कि किस रंग से हुलों की लड़ाई में कामरूप वालों ने साथ दिया था. मगर अफसोस बख्तियार खिलजी कब्जा नहीं कर पाया, मगर ममता बनर्जी और कांग्रेस जैसे लोगों ने आकर आसाम के 9 डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कब्जा करवा दिया विदेशियों का. इसलिए मैं कहता हूं,
do not go into Samudragupta. Do not go into.
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूं ना. Assam was never conquered or were never under the influence of foreign power. Even during the British rule in 1826, it was attached to Bengal by just a treaty. It was not fully conquered, but unfortunately, the foreign invasion was structured and legitimized in India after independence.
Don't try to create a Bengali Assamese divide. It's a very sad thing what is happening today. And I want to ask one thing. Garga, are you feeling okay? Garga, are you feeling okay? If I can ask you one question, if you're feeling okay. If you're feeling okay, I'll ask you one question. If you're feeling okay, I'll ask you one question. I say this, that, and I always give you the example. I will send you a CD. I will send you a CD of Bhupen Hazarika's music. listen to it and think about the depth of his words. My last question today on this Friday debate is, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी एक सवाल पूछूंगा इनको, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी एक सवाल पूछूंगा इनको, सुनिए मेरी बात, और इसके बाद मैं सीडी भेजूंगा इनको. एक बहुत फेमस गाना है सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, गंगा अमर माँ पद्मा अमर माँ. This was sung in Bengali by Bhupen Hazarika, who used to sing that song in many languages. Problem with people like Garga Chatterjee, they don't understand culture. They don't understand culture. They want to create a Assamese versus Bengali fight. Assamese versus Bengali. Indian versus Indian. Tukre gang. कुछ
और बांग्लादेश में क्या अंतर है? बांग्लादेश की गवर्नमेंट जमात इस्लामी के खिलाफ है और वेस्ट बंगाल की गवर्नमेंट उनके जैसे सिमिलर संगठन.
Dalals of BJP have taken ठेकेदारी of culture.
Okay, now the question is this. Now the question is this. Now the question is this.
चटर्जी जी, आपकी सरकार सिर्फ मौलवियों को
one versus one, please.
ना पंडितों को, ना पादिरों को, ना ग्रंथियों को, ना जैन श्रमणों को. मौलवियों का मिलेगा हलवा और पंडित खाएगा बलवा. This is the hallmark of your. Why you are giving only to one religion?
BJP is taking ठेकेदारी of culture. Huh? People who say Ahoms are foreigners, that BJP is taking ठेकेदारी of culture.
Bangladeshis, Garga, I'll tell you one thing, Garga, calm down. Garga, have a compose. Garga, I'm telling you one thing. एक मिनट, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, बात तो ये है, one second. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, গার্গা আমার কথা শোনো, একটু মাথা ঠান্ডা করো, আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি আপনাকে বলছি একটু মাথা ঠান্ডা করে আমার সাথে কথা বলুন প্লিজ. থ্যাংক ইউ. একদম এত রাগ করার দরকার নেই, আমার কথা শুনুন. Now the point is this, my last point is in my view you are a foreigner if you're in Assam or in Bengal. A Bangladeshi is a foreigner everywhere. By the logic which is being given to me now, suppose 1 lakh Pakistanis enter Bengal, you will tell us that the government of India needs to prove they are Pakistani, otherwise they will stay here in Bengal, in Chobbish Pargana and Malda, and you'll fight for them too. You'll say, I'll fight for their human rights. This Amnesty International is running your party or what?
And by what context you were saying the Rohingyas sympathy for
Rohingyas? Bangladeshis can be allowed into India, Pakistanis can be allowed.
And you...
What is the difference between Bangladeshis and Pakistanis?
They were never beats for those.
What is the difference between Bangladeshis and Pakistanis?
The Hindu, Sikhs and others were persecuted minorities.
You cannot call Indian citizens Bangladeshis just because they don't vote for you. You cannot call Indian citizens Bangladeshis because they do not vote for you. Just because they don't vote for your riot party, just because Ulfa wants them out, you cannot kick Bengali out. These are Indian citizens.
Ulfa.
Mr. Garga, can you tell me that when Chidambaram as Home Minister has said there are 50 lakh Bangladeshis here, अब वो 50 लाख कहाँ चले गए भाई? वो आसमान खा गया या जमीन निकल गई या वो आप?
Garga.
Trinamool MPs you are fearing. You are fearing Trinamool MPs. Arey Chaturvedi, look at your face.
A couple of Trinamool leaders have resigned.
Okay, Garga.
From TMC on this issue, expressing
Look,
their
Chaturvedi, they have to beat people up. You have to beat our MPs
Garga
up.
Chatterjee.
You have to beat our MPs up.
Garga Chatterjee, I will send you a nice CD of Bhupen Hazarika's music. Maybe it will calm you down. I thank you very much, both of you, for joining me on the debate. Thank you very much, Garga. Thank you, Garga. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to show proof to show how politicians use infiltrators for votes, but a WikiLeaks cable from 2006 has put the spotlight on the Congress strategy over the years. Was Sonia Gandhi ready to go soft on infiltrators just before the Assam elections in 2006? Here's the WikiLeaks cable, and then we debate.
On the debate tonight, the truth about infiltrators Congress wants hidden.
1985 को श्री राजीव गांधी ने एक आसाम एकॉर्ड साइन किया और 15 अगस्त के लाल किले पर से भाषण में उन्होंने इसको डिक्लेयर किया. क्या था आसाम एकॉर्ड का आत्मा? आसाम एकॉर्ड का आत्मा ही एनआरसी था.
Is it NRC? It is my baby. This is my what you call brainchild. There was no such agreement in Assam Accord. Neither there was a demand ASU, nor BJP, nor AGP. There was no demand for NRC.
It may have been a Congress brainchild, but neither is it their ideology nor what they practiced.
WikiLeaks cable document coming out of 2006 is showing that it's not only in present, that when Rahul Gandhi is having doubts about what's going to be the Congress's stand on the NRC Assam list, it's also back in 2006. That is when the then Congress President and UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi was all set to provide legal citizenship to these illegal immigrants who have literally entered India illegally. So this is something which needs to be seen, that this is exactly what Congress Party wanted to do.
Congress has placed its bets on the foreign vote bank in Assam, and 2 WikiLeaks cables from 2006 are proof of it. Did Sonia plan to go against the essence of the Assam Accord Rajiv Gandhi crafted?
भारत की सुरक्षा, स्वतंत्रता, टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी ये बहुत अनिवार्य है, इसमें कोई कंप्रोमाइज नहीं हो सकता है, इसमें कोई कंप्रोमाइज नहीं हो सकता.
Tonight the cables prove for the Congress infiltrators are just vote banks. Let's debate.
And welcoming back on the debate, and I put out a statutory warning tonight. Nishant, Ashutosh, John Dayal, Dr. Geeta Bhatt, Kanchan Gupta and Shazia Elmi. We are debating with Garga Chatterjee also on the program tonight, according to whom I am an Assamese terrorist. Now we'll continue the debate. The WikiLeaks cables which we have with me show that Sonia Gandhi's stand on this illegal Bangladeshi issue was quite clear. In the WikiLeaks cables authored by a US consulate officer in Kolkata, Sonia Gandhi is accused of appealing to Muslims, brazenly assuring them that the Foreigners Act, which encouraged deportation, would be amended so as to make kicking out the illegal Bangladeshis very difficult. Not only this, according to the WikiLeaks cable, Nishant, Sonia Gandhi was willing to almost overturn a Supreme Court judgment just to appease Bangladeshis in India. So this pro-Bangladeshi position is not a new thing. And opening the debate today is Geeta Bhatt and Nishant. Geeta will speak first and Nishant will follow. Geeta, please, go ahead.
Yeah, Arnab, you see, Congress Party and the left parties, they have, ruled the northeastern states for the longest period. And it is very unfortunate that they have always turned a blind eye to the infiltration which has taken place across the borders from the northeastern states. And Assam, as we all know, and as just has been done, the expose by Republic,
Yeah, go on. Sorry,
yeah.
Geeta.
So the WikiLeaks cable, I mean, you see, it should not actually come as a surprise, considering the fact that Congress Party, I mean, was the Sonia Gandhi who just before 2014 elections had gone to Imam Bukhari so that the secular votes do not get divided? Wasn't it Salman Khurshid who just before, in 2014, when his wife was, campaigning for the elections, had told that, I will ask for reservation, 10% reservation for the Muslims. In 2014, just before the Maharashtra elections,
yes,
NCP and Congress, they had given a reservation of 5% to the Muslims. It was the court which had actually,
this WikiLeaks,
taken it back.
This is the WikiLeaks cable.
So it does not come as a surprise
I think we now, Nishant, need an explanation that if according to the WikiLeaks cable, and the Congress Party, by the way, in the past has quoted WikiLeaks, Shazia. So this time they can't say that we don't take it seriously. WikiLeaks cable says that Sonia Gandhi was assuring tweaking of the Foreigners Act so as to make it impossible to remove Bangladeshis from India. I want to know,
yes,
why was Sonia Gandhi wanting to bring more Bangladeshis into India, Nishant? It's a national security risk.
I would like to give 3 quick points here, if you allow.
No, make 1 point and Shazia will counter you one by one, please. Yeah.
I'll make 3 very quick points because they're important to integrate, if you allow me. Number 1, if WikiLeaks is the proof, then we must also call why Mr. Arun Jaitley called Hindu nationalism is the vote attractor in the US embassy. That is also a WikiLeak. Why did Advani sahab say that in elections हम US के बारे में गलत सलत
That was done by Rahul Gandhi.
फायदा होता है.
Sorry, the Hindu terrorism comment was of Rahul Gandhi.
I did not interrupt. I can also please interrupt. Okay, so why did Advani sahab?
No, the Hindu terror comment was Rahul Gandhi.
Number three, the most important.
No, don't get excited.
When we question Sonia Gandhi of appeasement of Bangladeshis, where were we on 22nd of February 2014? When Mr. Narendra Modi, the chief ministerial candidate and CM of Gujarat at that point in time, went to Silchar and announced in the rally that the moment we come in power, we will not only remove all the detention centers, but it is not supposed to be Assam alone who has to take the burden of all the Hindu Bangladeshis who are here, but the entire country must take the burden. At that point in time, why don't nobody question him?
Okay, Nishant, I think you're mixing up things. Nishant, you're mixing up things. You're mixing up things. You're mixing up things a little bit. You're a bit confused today. Nishant, thoda confused. Little confusion in your mind. Nishant, I think Shazia Nishant is a bit confused.
The entire report.
Nishant is a bit slightly confused.
Any newspaper you want.
Yeah, slightly.
I can read the newspaper. 22nd February.
Nishantji, let me call you out. Nishantji, let me call you out. Mere minority appeasement and vote bank garnering is the basic pivot of the so-called secular politics of Congress. That's why they've survived year after year, election after election. It is only now that they're being called out.
This is
yet another damning evidence that we get. No, listen, let me say, Rahul Gandhi in a private meeting to American consulate talks about
we must accommodate Hindu Bangladeshi migrants. Modi in Assam, in Silchar. Can I read the entire thing?
Take forward. And Mr. Shinde
talk of Mr. Modi doing Bangladeshi appeasement in Silchar. Why can't
the point is,
you were in a different party then. The point is, Mr. Modi was doing Bangladeshi.
Okay. The point is, John and Ashutosh and Kanchan Gupta and Garga can come into the debate. Kanchan and Garga, I'd like them to come into the debate. Kanchan Gupta and Garga. Kanchan Gupta, I don't know if you heard the first very amusing part of my exchange there with Garga. He essentially tried to make this out to be Assamese versus Bengali, till I had to tell him that Bengalis are also Indians and Assamese are also Indians, but Bangladeshis are not Indians. So first your response to those observations of his, but beyond that, you see now Mamta and Sonia coming together, I can understand, because Mamta is pro-Bangladeshi, Sonia is also pro-Bangladeshi. Sonia is assuring in the WikiLeaks cables that something called the Foreigners Tribunal for Assam Order 2006 under the Foreigners Act, which would not only protect illegal Bangladeshis in Assam, but also meant that it would reinstate the IMDT Act, which the Supreme Court had struck down. So what this means is that Sonia Gandhi was consciously working very hard to ensure that no Bangladeshi is ever affected and continues to be a vote bank. On this and more, I'd like you to debate with Garga, please, or anything else you want to make, point you want to make to Garga.
No, see, I'll just make a couple of points instead of getting into a slanging match. I am a Bengali. I am an ethnic Bengali. I had to leave my home state along with tens of thousands of my generation of ethnic Bengalis.
Sad.
Because the state had no place for us.
Sad.
Or it did not have the capacity to offer livelihood to us. Between then and today, those numbers of Bengalis who have had to leave their state has grown manifold. Even today, tens of thousands of educated Bengalis or even unskilled Bengalis from rural areas migrate out of their state looking for jobs, looking for a livelihood. I wish the Chief Minister of West Bengal would worry about Bengalis, ethnic Bengalis,
not Bangladeshis,
leaving West Bengal rather than pandering to Bangladeshis
Bengali is not Bangladeshis, yeah.
To this whole concept of creating a Lebensraum for the spillover from Bangladesh. Now, having said that, let me come back to the point about Sonia Gandhi and the cable. Now, this cable is true. What she said and what has been reported can be seconded or can be backed up by what actually happened after the Supreme Court struck down the IMDT Act. After the Supreme Court struck down the IMDT Act, the Gogoi government, in concurrence or with the help of the then union government, which was the UPA government, they quietly amended the the rules under the Foreigners Act. The amendments were made in such a manner that you could work around the IMDT Act being struck down and overcome the obstacles that were then created to not only enumerate Bangladeshis, but to prevent further inflow of Bangladeshis. Everybody knows, the whole world knows, starting from the days of General S.K. Sinha, how Assam has been used as a fertile ground to settle Bangladeshi immigrants, and how a very poisonous harvest has been reaped, election after election after election, with their votes.
So true, so true.
We don't learn any lessons. The impact is not only cultural, the impact is political, the impact is on national security, the impact is on demographics.
I think some very strong assertions that you've made there. And the clincher is actually, if you look at the facts, problem is that Garga doesn't look at the facts. 31st March 2006 WikiLeaks cable says Sonia Gandhi has said a party is committed to minority rights, introduced the foreign tribunals for Assam order under the Foreigners Act. This order will protect all illegal Bangladeshi immigrants, making the process for identification of an illegal Bangladeshi impossible, too difficult and time consuming. So what's the logic? You are for Bangladeshis.
And that is what
Bangladeshi
was done.
vote.
That is what was done by amending the rules.
Yes.
Quietly amending the rules under the Foreigners Act. That is precisely what was done.
Now the question is...
So Sonia Gandhi was not bluffing.
No, so the point at
Nor
a broader
was the
level...
US Embassy misreporting.
Perfect. Now the question is being asked, are you for genuine Indian citizens or Bangladeshis? If you're for Bangladeshis, you will have to fight elections in Bangladesh. But you might find stiffer competition there. You want to fight elections in India or will I fight elections in Bangladesh? Are you for genuine Indians or for Bangladeshis? This question, even all across Bengal, people have now begun to ask. Is Mamata Banerjee only for Bangladesh?
Okay. So now listen to me. Okay. So here's the thing. So first of all, please do not use irresponsible statements like people are doing Bengali versus Assamese.
You did that.
BJP against Bengali, Ulfa against Bengali. Assamese is not BJP. Assamese doesn't mean Ulfa. Do not abuse Assamese like this.
You just said, I told you, I saw that you were trying to do, and I had to tell you very clearly, I had to admonish you, Garga, now answer the question. In the context of the WikiLeaks cable.
Do not lie.
In the context of the WikiLeaks cable, your attempt to draw an equivalence between Ulfa and Assam is also wrong, by the way, and it is factually inaccurate because Ulfa is not Assam, Assam is not Ulfa. So anyway, go back to the subject.
Did so.
I see the undertones of what you say, Garga.
You did not have the guts.
I forgive it. I feel it is part of your enthusiasm. Now my point is this. Please explain to me.
Be a man. Be a man. Be a man.
Don't make sexist comments. What do you mean by be a man? Be serious.
Be a man. Be a human. Be a human. Be a truthful human being. And call Arvind
Shazia.
And I will call your
Shazia
bluff.
wants to say something to you. Shazia. I think Shazia has been quite entertained, but she's getting irritated.
UPA government deported more Bangladeshis. UPA government deported more Bangladeshis
Arnab,
than
very amusing because I saw the earlier face-off as well. I mean, Garga is really...
than NDA.
Garga, you are really,
government
you're providing comic relief.
Deported more
It's a very tragic situation what we are going through. How divisive you have been, not just between the citizens and the infiltrators, but divisions and subdivisions, but between Hindus and Muslims, but now between Assamese and Bengalis. And Bangladesh.
Laughing is good for health.
Hindus,
laughing is good for health.
And Bangladesh.
All Indian citizens are united against BJP. Bengalis are against BJP. Assamese are against BJP.
No, Garga, you have to come clean. 2006, the WikiLeaks cable says something very clearly, and I covered that story, so I know all about it.
When Modi came to...
was revoked. No, listen to me.
Jai Shah's father will come
became quiet when Arnab showed you the pictures of Mamata Banerjee during CPM's time running there, running to the well and flinging papers at the speaker, talking about Ghuspetia. I mean, what kind of hypocrisy is that, Garga? That will clamp you up for a long time.
What were you doing?
No, now let's talk about
Okay, Garga and Ashutosh with Shazia, please what?
Used to do off at some point of time. Every 30 minutes, every 30 days.
Why doesn't Shazia?
Yeah, Ashutosh.
You any post?
Why doesn't
BJP given you any post, Shazia? Just like they gave this,
which said that Mr. Arun Jaitley was quoted as saying that Hindutva is an opportunistic issue for BJP. And Mr. Arun Jaitley at that time had said that the US chargé d'affaires at that time, Robert Blake, had a fertile imagination.
No, Ashutosh.
And that's exactly what's happening now. So if it wasn't true then, why is it true now?
Ashutosh, I think Kanchan is responding to you. Kanchan.
Now the point is...
Kanchan.
The point is...
And Garga, personal attacks don't help. Go on, Kanchan. Kanchan and Ashutosh and the panelists in Delhi, please.
The problem
Three of them with me.
Is that
so there is circumstantial, there is documentary and circumstantial evidence to prove that what was reported is right.
Gentleman standing in the Rajya Sabha and saying, "Humne wo kar diya jo ki."
Never mind. I'm just making a simple point.
The point is
the WikiLeaks cable says that Sonia promised not to get them evicted.
Okay.
I am saying that after the Supreme Court judgment, the rules were amended.
Ashutosh, can I make a point here? This country has suffered because of Bangladeshis for a long time, and I tell you, 1971 we liberated Bangladesh. Very proudly I say that today. We threw the Pakistanis out. But we don't have open borders. Neither Nagpur, nor Pondicherry, nor Delhi, nor Mumbai have any space, or any city in India for that matter, has space for lots of Bangladeshis to come in. Mamata is not dealing with a Bengal-centric issue. This will become a national issue. People across India are watching. Sonia and Mamata are pro-Bangladeshi. This makes people of India worried and insecure, rightly so. Because in the past, the Congress brought the Illegal Migrants Determination by Tribunal Act, which was a disservice. Because what it essentially said is that it is more easy for a Bangladeshi to stay in India, and it puts the onus on the government to prove that the infiltrator is an infiltrator. The onus should be on the infiltrator to prove that he is an Indian or a foreigner. But you did the opposite because you wanted to protect the Bangladeshis. And had it not been for the Supreme Court which struck down the act,
the fact today,
had it not been for the Supreme Court which struck down the act,
nobody is standing up for the foreigners. We are talking about Indians. Everybody wants the foreigners to go.
Ask John Dayal. Ask John Dayal. He's not on my side. Ask John Dayal if the Congress has been pro-Bangladeshi or not. Now the Congress and TMC are competing to be pro-Bangladeshi. Garga, why are you shouting again? Garga, again you're shouting. Again Garga is shouting. No, let Garga be on it.
Okay, all right.
Replace me with Garga. I want to see why he's shouting now.
Arnab.
No, why is Garga shouting now? I'm making a point now.
Arnab.
Yeah. Please.
Even BJP does not agree on this question.
Let me demolish a few shibboleths and also ask you, please don't prescribe Campos on your show. It's a Schedule L drug and you have just committed a crime. But coming down seriously.
It's not as big a crime as letting millions of Bangladeshis into India. And protecting them like Garga is doing.
Listen.
Defending them like Garga is doing.
After a lot of violence, Rajiv Gandhi signed an accord
to throw out the Bangladeshis.
Without hesitation, allowed precisely, and without hesitation, allowed the Congress to lose and allowed ASU and AGP.
He didn't allow anyone. What rubbish?
And they were
what
there,
rubbish? He didn't allow anyone. What do you mean allowed?
Allowed?
What do you mean allowed? Kanchan Gupta, what language is this? John Dayal says allowed.
Allowed.
What are you, Queen Victoria, that you allow? Kanchan, this is disgraceful language.
No.
Even by Luthean standards.
How can this political
don't say that he sacrificed
he allowed.
his
How
government.
did
In the 40 lakhs.
I mean, this attitude had caused Mrs. Gandhi insisting on elections, had led to the Delhi massacre.
No. Ultimately, Mrs. Gandhi paid for everything with her life. But that's not the point.
Mrs. Gandhi did not pay for everything with her life.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Gandhi paid for Operation
Will you
Blue Star with
allow
her life.
me to speak? The Longowala card. How does politics work?
No, I don't want to know politics. I have no place for Bangladeshis. I want to throw them out. That's the issue. Kanchan, remain restricted on the subject. John is moving away.
Allow me to teach you also a little thing. I know you know everything, but a little more learning is not going to hurt. A little more learning, since you are saying you're depending on WikiLeaks, you're accusing Sonia Gandhi. I hold no brief for her. You're accusing her. I wanted to tell you.
No, I am telling you. I am only asking one question to you, John. John, listen to me. John, I want to tell you some history and some facts. Problem with Garga is he has a lot of emotion, but very little factual information. Problem is he's a statistician. Otherwise, he would have read a little bit of history. Garga, I'll explain.
I'll give you facts.
I'll tell you the facts. Garga, lesson number 1. India got independence in 1947.
There are 40 lakh people. There are 40 lakh people. Number 1.
Garga, where have you marked up two
there
things?
are 1 lakh Gorkhas. Do you mean to say these are Bangladeshis? 1 lakh Gorkhas. These are Bangladeshis. Ex-army person. Go Bangladeshi. Ex-INA person. Bangladeshi. Mota bhai.
Those Gorkhas are Nepalis.
Which is a foreign country.
Those Gorkhas are Nepalis.
Which is a foreign country.
Those Gorkhas are Nepalis. They are Nepalis who had moved on to Bhutan through the
Mota bhai is saying these are Bangladeshis. Rajnath Singh is saying not a foreign
Garga,
taken there by the
Garga, being passionate is good, but please don't lose track of facts. Garga, I appreciate your being so passionate.
Kanchan Gupta, the person who was jumping up and down with cursive works. You really have no place in Bengal. Kanchan Gupta, who's jumping up and down with cursive works, you have no place in Bengal. Bengal's GDP growth is higher than that of India. Come back.
Who the hell are you?
Civilized person.
Who the hell are you? You don't own Bengal.
I am
you don't own Bengal.
I am an Indian.
You don't own Bengal. You don't own Bengal.
This riot monger
Just
doesn't.
shut up.
This riot monger doesn't.
Just shut up.
This riot monger doesn't.
Just shut up.
This riot monger doesn't.
Just
this
shut up.
Jumps with cursive
I said you don't own Bengal.
This person
you have absolutely no business to talk on behalf of all Bengalis. Just talk on behalf of Mamata Banerjee. You just talk on behalf of
your
Chief
family.
Minister.
You're a black spot on your family. You're a black spot on your family. You basically have sold your soul to riot mongers and say bad things about Bengal.
My soul, I remain an ethnic Bengali. You are a stooge of Mamata Banerjee. You are trying to instigate anti-Bengali. You are trying to instigate anti-Bengali violence across India. What Mamata Banerjee is trying to do,
You cannot have a job here because you do not have any qualifications. You can only be a lackey of
across India.
This kind
you
of
cannot
person,
shelter Bengalis. You throw out Bengalis.
No, I am very worried at this trend.
But you want to create.
I am very worried at this trend. And these 1 minute, Garga, I am worried at this trend. Listen to me. You have no business attacking people personally. Up to a point, it is amusing. Beyond the point, it's not. You have no right to say Kanchan Gupta is not a Bengali, you are a Bengali. What, you have a copyright on what being a Bengali or Indian is?
Babri demolition. He is happy with Babri demolition. He is happy with Babri demolition.
Calm down.
He supports criminal acts.
So what?
Ask him.
So what?
What person he is.
So what? You are going to decide what I should be happy about.
Shame on him.
Who has given you that right?
For BJP.
What is your contribution to Bengal?
Be happy.
What is your contribution to Bengal?
These things. Be happy
What
about
is
these
your
things.
contribution
Get
to
crumbs.
Bengal?
I get crumbs from your
You
BJP
have
masters.
further
Get
destroyed
crumbs from
Bengal.
BJP masters. I live
Oh,
in Bengal.
shut up.
I pay tax in Bengal.
You're opening
I help
Bengal
people
to
of Bengal.
Bangladeshis.
I help India.
This politics is what worries me. It is this politics. I'll only say this now, Kanchan Gupta. Please, I apologize. Garga, I want to tell you. Garga, you are not a certificate giver. The point of concern which I have right now is this. Does this country need to come together or divide? Kanchan, don't respond. Kanchan, don't respond. Garga, don't, Garga, no more personal attacks. No more personal attacks. I only ask you this question, viewers. What kind of politics is this? This country does not need this. And I'm saying this today. This country does not need this Assamese versus Bengali, Hindi speaking versus Bengali speaking. You know, you versus you. Somebody against somebody. This country, there are only Indians and foreigners. What are we doing to this country? Viewers, the consequences of the NRC debate should be to bring us together, not to break us apart. I thank you all very much. For any personal insults thrown on the show, I personally apologize. And I shall see you over the weekend on the Sunday debate. Good night and goodbye.